What's going on, everybody? Welcome once again to our live stream. Returning friends, new viewers, and lurkers alike. This is Let's Talk Jurassic, a weekly live stream, mostly weekly live stream here from the Jurassic Park podcast. I am your host, Brad Jost, and tonight we've got some stuff to talk about. So I really wanted to talk mostly about the future of Jurassic and what does it hold after some certain comments have come out recently. And this is something that we talked pretty in depth about, I think, on this week's episode. If you did not get a chance to listen to that yet, that is the Jurassic Wire for this month. So hopefully you got a chance to check that one out. I actually just put this up there. Hey, look at who's here in the chat. Aaron Byer. He's like, what happened to me? There is no future, doom and gloom. Yeah, I literally just put up this website post. I realized I did not add it today or yesterday. I guess, when did the episode come out? Oh, several days ago. Apparently, I forgot to put the website post up. So apologies for that. I just put it up now, so you can go check it out. The Jurassic Wire. We talked about Jurassic World Dominion, the future. We talked about a bunch of pictures from the movie and stuff like that, and comments from Frank Marshall. We talked about Jurassic World Primal Ops, Evolution 2, other dinosaur video games, the Olympics commercials, which I think have been really, really fun. And we talked about Beyond the Gates and the Hammond collection. So Aaron Byer, he's right there in the chat. So say what's up to Aaron. Yeah, we're going to kind of tread on some similar ground here tonight. I wanted to, open it up to everybody else out there. We got Aaron's thoughts. We know what Aaron thinks. And maybe we know what Siaka thinks here. I don't believe Frank. Sorry. Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know what to believe. I don't know what to believe right now. But I figured that'd be a fun topic of conversation here for everybody tonight. So let's go through. Say hi. We don't have a ton of people in here just yet, so make sure to share it around. I just started sharing it around, so yeah. So, but we'll waste some time saying hello. We've got Jurassic Souls in the house. How's it going, dude? How's it going? We got Hector here. Hector Lopez. Hey, can't wait. Lewis. Hello, everyone. 2 days before 2 days before today was Lunar New Year in Korea. Happy Lunar New Year. Happy New Year, Lewis. We've got Benny here. Jurassic Souls again. Siaka, hey, we've got Cretaceous Dave, Mr. Bricks, and like I said, Aaron is here. What's up? Anybody else? We've got Curb Cycle. G'day, Brad from Chorisco Down Under. Is that Chorisco? What is that? Is that a place? Jurassic Clark finally made it to one of these. What's good, Brad? What's up, chat? Everything's doing okay, I guess. I mean, it's a little crazy over here on our side of things. I'm like a little under the weather today and currently right now. So we'll see how this goes. I don't know. But usually when I do these streams and when I have to record if I'm not feeling well, I'm like, oh, it's definitely, you're going to notice, you're going to hear it in my voice. You're going to know that I'm not feeling good. What do you think? How am I doing? How am I doing? But yeah, thank you for joining. I don't know how did I get on that, Jurassic Clark? I don't know. Yeah, I'm pretty good. And I think it'll be a nice way to tie it in. Sorry, it's Chris. What's up? Hey, Chris. Trying to look at your picture now that wait. I don't know if I saw it before. I sound so attractive. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, Jurassic Souls really likes the music from those Olympic ads. Thank you. I did that all by myself. It was really great. I had a great time doing it, but no, I did not do that. Despite my voice sounding so attractive. But yes, Dave, I want to talk about this too as well, because I think that ties in nicely to what we're talking about tonight. So we're going to talk no spoilers here for, Star Wars. If you've been watching along Book of Boba Fett, please, no spoilers in the chat. If you're going to throw some spoilers in the chat, I'm going to throw you out. Get out of here. All right. So just know, A warning ahead of time, no spoilers in the chat for that show, okay? But we might be touching on the show without spoilers for sure. Yeah, so I'm excited to chat about some stuff. If you guys have anything else you want to talk about, we can do that as well for a little bit. I'm not going to make this super, super long. See, look, people like Aaron are not caught up. That's why we're not going to be talking about spoilers for the Book of Boba Fett. But I just want to mention, like, how good things are. So that's pretty much it. Let's see. I like this question here. DJ C says, is Jurassic World Primal Ops canon? Yeah, everything's canon. Everything's canon. Doesn't matter. Origins of Blue, canon. Book of Boba Fett being epic, canon. Aaron not being caught up, canon. It's all canon. Doesn't matter. Let's not worry about canon anymore. All right. So I know we got Shane here and Lewis saying no, it's not canon. It doesn't matter. That's what it comes down to. That's what really matters, is it doesn't matter. Okay. So I think once you get into that mindset a little bit more, you'll be a lot better about it. You'll feel a lot better. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, I'll ban you if you spoil it for me. I'm not gonna. How you gonna? Oh, because you run the chat or not the chat, the Facebook group now. Since we established that at the end of the show, which I'm not sure if Jurassic Souls ever heard or not. Hopefully you got that episode figured out. I don't know if anybody else had an issue, but Jurassic Souls was having an issue. I'm having an issue speaking, but Jurassic Souls was having an issue with the full episode, which happens from time to time, apparently. I don't understand it. I'll never understand it, apparently. But sometimes the episodes don't fully upload. But usually it's like if you just like re-download it or something like that, sometimes it works out. But yeah. Anyway, I don't know why I clicked on that. If there was a canon spoiler, it would be canon. Yeah, everything's canon. Thank you so much to Jurassic Souls for the super chat and my ranting about everything being canon. Really appreciate it. You're the best. Thank you so much. We've got Forever Malone here. What's up? What's up? I don't know why I said twice, but what's up? 3 times. How about that? I'm just feeling like, I don't know. I was feeling like garbage like 5 minutes ago. 13 minutes ago when I started this. But now feeling good because of you guys. So F in the chat. F in the super chat for Jurassic Souls. How about that? So what do you want to say? Say something, Jurassic Souls, and we'll pretend that it's in the super chat, because it's not like I forgot. Which, it's possible that I forget things fast, but not yet. No, Siaka. No, it's not. No, it's not. Stop. Not important whatsoever. When has it been important? Let's think. Never. I came to the conclusion right there. Never been important. Since Aaron's here, I don't have to shout at the podcast. A cold weather biome is 100% real and available here today. There are indoor ski resorts all around the world, including New Jersey. Yes, there is an indoor ski resort here called what's the name of that mall or whatever it is. They were making this mall for like 20 years, 15 years, something like that. It's like the time in between Jurassic Park 3 and Jurassic World to make a mall. And I can't even remember the name of it. So, you guys probably know what I'm talking about. But I don't think that's exactly what Aaron meant. When he's wondering if like biomes exist in the world. Like, I'm thinking like in terms of like a indoor ski park versus what not Godzilla, what King Kong lives in that movie, whatever that movie was. Two different things. Maybe King Kong likes to ski. I have no idea, but that's not important here. What is important is canon was only important in the Lost World. But was it? Was it though? The only canon is Spielberg sitting next to Sarah and Malcolm at the ending of The Lost World. That's only hard canon. Yeah, sure. Why isn't canon important? Without rules, we don't have a universe. Well, because there are no rules. There are no rules, really. When you think about like the stuff that really doesn't connect and the issues that there are, like when you talk about like, just look at the visitor center alone. Very distinctly different places between Jurassic Park and Jurassic World. And then that thing looks different in Camp Cretaceous. There's like a scaffolding is missing in Camp Cretaceous that is there in Camp Cretaceous that was missing from something else. So like nothing, it's not that important. It's not that important. The only canon to me is that I found a Kirby paint and no, what is the card on the mall, the floor. What am I talking about anymore? I can't even talk. That's canon. Oh no, Steve, turn canon into an NFT and then it can't be changed. I guess you're right. I mean, you're right then, I guess. But I can actually screenshot the canon so that then I can change it and write over it and just write Jurassic World on it. So, whoa, just tied a whole bunch of things together. So there we go. Let's get into the topic here tonight. I'm going crazy here. So let's actually start talking about something. Because I've been talking for 17 minutes about nothing. So life after Dominion. What do we think life's going to be after Dominion? How you guys going to feel? You going to feel good? I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to add this to the stream. So, me and Aaron brought up this article the other day when we were recording for the Jurassic Wire, which I don't know if I uploaded this video or not. By the way, sorry, I forgot to upload today's video for the Jurassic Wire. It's probably better off because I don't know why, and you're probably seeing it right now. My video quality is just garbage, and I don't understand why that happens. But anyway, moving on. We have this article here. This is from Slash Film, and they chatted with Frank Marshall about his new documentary here. I'll scroll down. They get to a little conversation here about Jurassic World and talking about Jurassic World Dominion, the Olympics, and tying that into the documentary that he's doing, and then mentioning that it's going to be a new era and stuff like that, with this one being the quote-unquote last one. So Frank says, yeah, absolutely. I think Dominion's going to wrap up this trilogy, but we're not resting on our laurels. Huh? Very contradictory. Sorry, Frank. We're going to sit down. I'm already doing that. So I'm already one step ahead of y'all. And we're going to see what the future is. We have that wonderful series, Camp Cretaceous on Netflix. We obviously want to make quality, good movies with great storytelling, great writers and directors, but we're definitely looking to do more in the Jurassic World. There you go. So first off here, Frank, looking to do more. Great. That's great. Little things to notate here. I'm reading your comments and stuff, but first thing to notate is, he does indicate that this is going to wrap up this trilogy. So that's some fair confirmation right there that, it's going to be the end of what we've known over the past 7 years or whatever, and actually more than that, going back to Jurassic Park. And we've talked about that a lot, I think, and maybe I'm wrong in my theorizing that this could end, the conversation of Jurassic Park, the conversation of Jurassic World, John Hammond, InGen, all that stuff. I feel like this movie ending could be the end of that. Maybe not. Maybe in, another movie we get more conversations about John Hammond. That's possible. But I think there's other routes to go for sure, where you don't ever need to really touch on that stuff anymore. Because once it's out in the open, like, Mills says, was it Mills? Yeah, you can't put it back in the box, right? So it's out there. It's everybody's problem. It's not just John Hammond's problem at this point. It's not InGen. It doesn't matter at that point. Sure, they can always look back and be like, that Jurassic World. But what's that going to do for them? Look, my signal's terrible. I'm so sorry. But anyway, I think that's, it seems to be confirmation that this is going to be the end of this trilogy, and we're going to not rest on our laurels just yet. We're not resting, sure, but we are going to sit down. Don't call this a rest. We're not resting, but we're going to sit. We're going to sit while doing it, okay? And then we're going to see what the future's like. But yeah, they want to make good quality content, great movies, great storytelling, great writers and directors, of course. But I appreciate that he mentions Camp Cretaceous. Nice synergy here. I appreciate that. But, at this point in time, we are like at the end of Camp Cretaceous. Even if this does not turn out to be the final season coming up, season 5, maybe if it does extend in some form or fashion, whether it's season 6 or they end with season 5 and then you get Camp Cretaceous 2 and then it follows the kids at some other point in time. Maybe they all go to another camp. Hey guys, let's do it again, but let's just go to like the normal camp down the street. How about that? Let's go, I know a great place, a great camp in California. It's a cool one. It has nothing to do with dinosaurs. Let's go there for the month. And then, you know what happens after that. But I don't know. I feel like that show will continue in some form or fashion. But it is interesting that he brings it up at the at nearly the culmination of that show. So like, it seems like he's relying on this show, Camp Cretaceous, to plow them into the future here. But I just don't know what that means for that show. I have no idea. I'll go back here. Let's see what's going on in chat. What does anybody think about that first part before we get into the next portion about television? Lewis says, I uploaded this on my Twitter, but I think after Jurassic World Dominion, Jurassic needs some rest for a few years. The normal audience could be tired if they get a new movie right after Dominion. Maybe that's could be fair. I mean, we are 4 years. This is, we're into the 4th year here in between films. So that's just going to feel long, I think. And, it's probably accurate. I would think it might be accurate if they do want to take an extended break. I think you could look at more like 5, 6, 7 years, something like that. But I don't know that they're going to do that. I think it'll probably still be the 3-year thing. Unless 3 to 4, but I don't really think it's going to go that much longer. I don't expect that we're going to go, another 10, 15 years or something like that. I really don't see that being the case. They have so much invested in it, and something that we talk about a lot, and probably even a lot tonight, the fact that they've invested so much now, like it's all culminating here with tie-ins and products and things that we've wanted for a long time, TV shows, all this good stuff, all happening at once. I don't think they would just cut it off and be like, hey, you guys are going to have to wait a long time for the next thing. I don't think that's going to be the case. I think they're going to still try to launch into the next thing fairly soon. But I could see something like Colin handing off the baton to somebody else to take over. No idea who that could be outside of Bryce, but she just seems so into the Star Wars universe that it would feel weird for her to just all of a sudden be like, here's the reins to this thing. But I would love that personally. I think that would be a great opportunity and could be great. But Star Wars, why would you back off of doing potential Star Wars stuff with the excellent level that they're working at currently? So, but yeah, I don't know. I don't think anybody would get tired, to be honest. But maybe critics and stuff like that. But who knows? at this point we've got a lot of Star Wars content on TV. We've got tons of Marvel stuff, superhero stuff. I feel like there was a point in time where people were like, "Oh, we're gonna get sick of it. We're gonna get sick of all the Star Warses and Marvels." Maybe that's the case with Star Wars for some people, but I don't know. I think it was just other factors. Like when Solo came out, I don't think it was that people were sick of Star Wars, that it was too soon. I think they just did not give that movie the chance that it deserved. But when it comes to Marvel, it's like nobody cares about that. Everybody loves these movies. Everybody goes to see them. So I don't think that's the case with Jurassic. I don't think that people will get sick of it, or I don't think it'll be too soon. It'll be just right. But let's thank Steve here. Thank you so much, Steve, for the super chat. Really, really appreciate it. I'm always joking with you. And you said, I'm excited for a new beginning. The possibilities are endless. I would love a lot. Oh, I'm so sorry, Steve. This comment here that says, I would love a live action show. But yeah, so didn't love how Frank was like, no live action shows planned. Yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry. But yeah, we would all love a live action show. Absolutely. And I want to talk about that. So let's move on to the next portion. Thank you again, Steve. Always appreciate it. Thank you for helping make the channel possible. Let's move over to this next comment here. He's like, I don't want to bug you too much about Jurassic. You're here to promote other things. Do you see a world in which Jurassic World could work as a TV show? Something premium, probably something like Star Wars and Marvel are doing over on Disney Plus. Do you think that's possible, Frank? Frank, what do you think? And he says, no, I'm really just focused on the movies. So I haven't really thought about that. There's been no discussion of that. As I say, we have the animated series. And I think that's plenty for now. I wish I had that, like, fade away. Like, bye. Like, I just turned to dust. Like, Thanos just came in here. It was like, boom. And I just disappeared right at that moment. That's how I felt. That's like, you read that, you pass a note over to somebody you like in class, and then you get the note back, and it's like, sorry, can we just be friends? And you're like, ugh. That's plenty for now, guys. That's plenty of content. That's all you guys need. You're good with that, right? We got some movies, maybe. We don't know how long into the future. Maybe 3 to 4, but also maybe 10 to 15 somewhere in the future. Who knows? And you've got, the animated show that's probably done, just about done here. That DreamWorks is posting videos of ahead of time for the next season, but, subtly putting it into their marketing. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. That comment, it bugs me. It bugs me quite a bit. So let's break it down a little bit. So he's just focusing on the movies. Okay, sure. Just focusing on the movies. Maybe that means that somebody else is focusing on the live action TV show. Certainly possible. I don't feel like you really hear a lot of conversation about Frank Marshall and Camp Cretaceous. It's usually like Colin Trevorrow, Camp Cretaceous. So maybe Colin's been thinking about it. Maybe that's the case. But I feel like a lot of these kinds of things probably go through Frank, in order to actually get these things done. But for instance, take this. If I don't know if you're a Supernatural fan or not, but Jensen Ackles is producing a prequel to Supernatural, and then the word came out, via the trades and stuff online, that he's producing this show, but he forgot to tell Jared Padalecki. He didn't tell him yet, and that's weird, right? You're not telling your brother on Supernatural, the guy who got you through 15 years of the show. Maybe that's what happens here between Colin and Frank. Colin's working hard. He's like, I'm gonna produce this TV show. It's gonna be live action. It's gonna be great. We're gonna do Star Wars style. It's gonna be awesome. And Frank's like, movies, 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 Camp Cretaceous, movies. And like literally, Colin never got around to telling him. Possible, certainly possible, because Frank is just very focused. He's laser focused on movies. So he hasn't thought about it. But he does make mention that there's been no discussion of that. So again, maybe nobody discussed it with him. Maybe Colin just said, Frank will find out eventually. When I say, hey, Frank, I need some help producing. Can you help me? What do you think? I don't know. Maybe that's the case. I have no idea. But there's been no discussion of any kind of premium TV streaming show or anything like that. And moving forward, he says we have the animated series, and I think that's plenty for now. And this kind of feeling, this kind of sentiment, I guess, feels very on the nose for Jurassic. This is pretty, how it's been over the past 7 years. I think that's plenty. I think that's plenty for now. We're going to give them a big movie, a lot of marketing, some other stuff here and there, and that's plenty. They don't, they're good. That's plenty for now. It's kind of, I don't know, maybe I'm parsing it out too much and I'm thinking about it too much, but like, to me, that feels like, it's not though. Like we talk about how Jurassic could branch off into so many different avenues. We talk about that almost every episode, it feels like. And there are so many outlets that they could dip into and really succeed and make excellent content. But instead we don't get that. And then they focus on, the Amber Society or the motion comics and things like that. And that's the content that we get. But instead of motion comics, let's get real comics. Let's get some real content out there. Let's focus on the canon, stuff like that could build out a full world. But instead, no, you guys got plenty. That's good. You feel good about it, right? You got enough. So, Steve, I'm pretty bummed. Pretty bummed too, because we had heard out there that there was there's this live action TV show somewhere in the world. Somebody thought about it at some point in time. I don't know, but apparently not. And that's especially frustrating that and speaking of like what I was saying before about Star Wars, and again, no Star Wars spoilers here for Mandalorian. Book of Boba Fett. That show, the Mandalorian Book of Boba Fett show. It's a show. Boba Fett is a Mandalorian, so that's what I meant. But anyway, that show. No spoilers for that show. As I'm saying that, no spoilers. Okay. But that show is creating such fun content, especially over the past 2 episodes. I know the first 4 were a little, hit or miss for a lot of people. And to me, they were kind of missing, kind of lacking. I said this on a live stream, which I do live stream, every other Thursday or so over on the Forcecast. And we talk about Star Wars and stuff like that on the live stream. And last time we talked about the first few episodes, and I think tomorrow we're going to be hopefully doing it. And we've got a lot to talk about over these next 2 episodes, these past 2 episodes, and they've been so excellent. But I think those first ones, like, it gave you everything you could possibly want out of a Star Wars Boba Fett show, but also just didn't feel like it did much, I don't know if you can sympathize with that feeling, but that's how I felt over those first 4. But these other 2, you can't get better like synergy tie-in between things and movies and TV shows and everything than you just got with these past 2 episodes of this show. That is done on, they do shoot out on a lot that's, realistic, and they build things and stuff like that, but they also do shoot on the volume. So why is this not the case for Jurassic? Why does Star Wars get this and Marvel gets this, and the Monsterverse gets this? The Monsterverse now has a Godzilla TV show that they're going to be producing for, what was it for? Apple? I think Apple. TV is such, it is the prime. It's the alpha right now. Like, it really is. And it's just weird. It's kind of weird and a little too old school for me to think like, hey, that's plenty. That's plenty for now. We don't need to really, we haven't thought about it. Like, to hear that they haven't thought about it, or at least Frank has not thought about it, that like hurts me deep inside. I'm like, why haven't you thought about it? Wait, I mean, you're married to Kathleen Kennedy, who heads Lucasfilm, and you haven't thought about it? I'm sorry, Frank, it's not personal, but like, come on. It's very frustrating. Like, they had to have thought about it. He has to be like misspeaking here or being coy. Certainly that's probably a possibility, that he's being coy and he did not want to reveal that they do have a live action TV show lined up in the near future, which is possible. That is certainly a possibility too, because if you were Frank and you were asked about it, would you be like, no, I mean, we got plenty of stuff. There's absolutely no TV show. Premium? What is that? I mean, I don't even think about that stuff. To be honest, I'm only thinking about movies over here. Trust me. Only thinking about movies. I'm not a werewolf. Not a werewolf. Whatever that, Have you guys played that game? That or Mafia? I'm not. Guy from Slash Film. I have no idea. I don't even think about it. But maybe that's a possibility. I have no idea. It just doesn't seem like that's the case. But again, I'm not seeing the visuals here. I'm not hearing him say these words. I'm just reading it. But yeah, I don't know. It just feels like a little bit of a letdown to know that they apparently have not thought about it, and they maybe aren't doing it, and we've got plenty here for now. I can think of 5 amazing TV show ideas right here. Like, it's just crazy that they won't do that stuff. But who knows? Maybe they'll surprise us. There's certainly some room for a surprise here, but you never know. Yeah, shout out here to Cretaceous Dave. Thank you so much for the super chat. It says, any clue what might be happening around April 28th? Or if you can't say, that's fine too. I completely understand. I can't really say I can't. I mean, what would I just focus on the movies. I really just focus on the movies, to be honest. I mean, there's been no discussions. I haven't really even thought about it. I really, honestly, I don't even know. I mean, I think, in terms of April 28th, I mean, I think there's plenty of things for everybody out there to do for now. So, I don't know. I'm really just focused on the movies, to be honest. So, thank you, Dave, for the super chat. But, I don't know. Yeah. Forever Malone. 3 to 4 between movies is a good span. I can see that. Whoa, I'm so big now. There we go. Okay. exactly. This is it. Cretaceous Dave. They're making $1 billion per movie here, and they're not walking away. No, there's no way that they're walking away. Like, they've just got way too much invested in this right now. Yeah. And Steve says they should really plan to get 3 movies and 3 shows out over the next decade. That's a lot of planning for people who don't think about it. So I don't know. I don't know. Jurassic Souls. I think Frank is sus. It's possible. I think it's possible, but I don't know. I don't know. It's based off of what I read. It doesn't sound like, he's being coy, but maybe he's just better at this. Maybe he's better at this. Siaka says, no discussion? Nope. Don't buy it. Just blip me. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there you go. Talking about the werewolf. Yeah. I always, when I was just doing that whole rant, I wasn't looking at the comments and stuff like that, so I have no idea what y'all are talking about. But then I catch up, and we're all talking about the same thing. The werewolves. We're talking about Bryce doing a live action, Jurassic something or other. Yeah, I would love it if she did a live action show. John's here late. John, I'm gonna dock you some points. What does that dock? What does that mean? I'm gonna dock your pay, man. Oh, Jurassic Souls. Why are you going to get into this deep stuff here? Do you think Big Edie is one of the original Rexes cloned on Site B by InGen, or do you think it's an offspring of one of the original clones? Though who knows? Maybe InGen did not make them. I don't know. At this point in time, I am so removed from the colors and who was referred to when the camera was pointing at certain dinosaurs when they said those things, and I'm confused at this point. I don't even remember, but it's possible. It's possible. Just like John said, it's possible. Aaron brings up a point here. I doubt it would have gotten Mattel to fight for the franchise rights if they only thought it would be for 6 years. Be big for 6 years. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. But I do think, I think they're going to want to, create stuff. I think, like we said, it's just, there's too much at stake here. And they're not just going to give up because they have all this stuff ready and the potential is there. Especially with toys. People are going to be buying these toys. So, Cretaceous Dave, my headcanon says Big Edie is Junior's child. Okay. There it is. That's the answer. Let's not spoil it for Aaron because he apparently hasn't seen the rest of Camp Cretaceous, guys. What are you doing watching this? Go watch Camp Cretaceous. Go finish the season, dude. And I agree that Boba Fett was never cool to me. I've never understood the hype of this character. Not until Mandalorian season 2 that I was like, okay, I get it now. I get it. But there was nothing to get because he wasn't cool before. He stood around and then he died easily. And I know it's in quotes, died, but like he died at that point in time. Return of the Jedi, dead. But there was nothing in those movies that made me think he was cool other than his armor and his ship. That's it. Not enough for me. No, it's not going to happen. When's that going to happen? Yeah. See, this is the outlook I've had on this since 2015. You know, from a business standpoint, it would be a big missed opportunity if a live action show isn't already in the works. So hopefully, maybe he is lying, or it's the supernatural treatment, and Colin already started. Hopefully it's that latter portion. But like, again, like I said this on The Wire this past week, that we've gotten here. We've gotten 7 years later, and we've gotten we're almost to our third movie here in the Jurassic World, version of this franchise, and there are so many missed opportunities, and there are so many chances where we could have had so much more content, more books, more video games, like Siaka just said. More, they could have done spin-offs, they could have done TV shows, they could have started TV shows back in 2015, they could have done comic books, they could have done so many things, and they just didn't. So it's like, I don't know if they care about the missed opportunity. Just not sure that they're focused on that. I think that they just focus on the movies. Like Frank said, I think really that's their focus, and they probably have a few people in the company that are like, maybe we could do some of these other things, but just not getting up to Frank's level. Aaron, you're watching on Facebook. It's your first problem, okay? Did I do a perfect Palpatine impression when I said dead? I said that? I said the word dead? Dead. Maybe I said it. What did I say dead to? This franchise is dead. Laser hands. But yeah. John says, so is there going to be a live action Jurassic World? Well, yeah, I mean, there is one. It came out in 2015. Oh, TV show. Okay, yeah. You're confused. No, apparently not. As far as Frank is saying, no, not right now. No, he didn't say that. He didn't even say that. He didn't even say not right now. He's just saying like, no, not at all. So yeah, I don't know. But yeah, man, the party's here, dude. And it's not even that big of a party. We've had a bunch drop off because I'm just ranting for the most part. They're like, I want to hear somebody talk about Jurassic instead of Palpatine impressions. But yeah. Execute Order 66. That was terrible. That was just, terrible. I'm too busy. My head is still on episode 6, I'm still thinking about Boba Fett and that show. I'm not thinking about, anything else. Nothing else to think about when it comes to that show. But that show is so good that it makes, it hurts, right? It hurts that we don't really get that content from Jurassic. But at the same time, could we? Is it possible? Because today, there were tears in my eyes when I was watching Book of Boba Fett. And that's happened a handful of times, I think, on these Star Wars shows. from the hype. And it's happened a few times recently where I have watched content and been like in tears, like Spider-Man, crying. All right. Ghostbusters, crying. This past episode today, I watched the Book of Boba Fett episode 3 times today. Okay. 3 times. Cried. Okay. And it was just like such an emotional reaction to watching something. And that's happened between those few things that I just mentioned over the past, whatever year or so, however long they all came out. And can Jurassic hit those levels? Can it have the history? Can it have the emotional weight? What will get you there? What will make you feel like a TV show is worthwhile, or spin-offs are worthwhile? I don't know. I've always wondered that. Like when I'm watching Endgame and Captain America, picks up the hammer and just is like throwing lightning around and smashing all, like that is hard to beat. That is a really hard moment to beat. So I don't know what in Jurassic gets me there for this franchise. And I know it feels wrong to say like what would get me there for this franchise, but there's a few moments I think, and there will be a lot of history I think on the screen when it comes to Dominion. I think there's going to be a lot there, but will it have that same weight and same value? I do wonder. I do wonder that. Is the legacy the same? I think that's a good way to put it. What is the legacy of Jurassic versus other franchises and other things out there? Surely Marvel doesn't have like film and TV wise this long storied history, but it still gets you there. It only is 10, 11, 12 years old now or whatever. But it might be, something like that, whatever it was. 14, maybe 14. But it gets you there and it makes it happen. Ghostbusters, that came out in 1984, right? Yeah. And now it came out again this past year and like crying. Star Wars has like this legacy that it is there for 40 years, 40 something years. So what is Jurassic? It's almost 30 years. So it does have the years. It's got the mileage, It's the whole Indiana Jones. It's not the years, it's the mileage. It's got that, Indiana Jones. That's another one. I'm gonna see. We'll have to wait and see. Apparently in 2023 when that one comes out, but hopefully the same thing. But yeah, Jurassic isn't the kind of content or show or movie or whatever that will necessarily pull at your heartstrings. So I don't know what kind of content to even expect from stuff like that to make it comparative to what I'm experiencing with a Star Wars TV show or something like that. So I don't know. I just went on a little rant there and a little tangent, but just makes me think a lot, especially when we're talking about TV shows and stuff like that. So Cretaceous Dave, honest discussions about a TV series probably involve 1, dinosaurs cost too much. Okay, let's think about that for a moment. Yes, animatronics certainly cost way too much for, I would say, for a live action TV show. But like everything can kind of be just justified by saying the Mandalorian exists. Look at that series. That one episode with the crate dragon, like that thing is massive, bigger than any dinosaur that exists. I think, maybe, I don't know, I don't remember. It was very big, and that it felt real. It felt believable. Every creature in that show feels real and believable, whether it's there or not. Number 2, will people watch with little to no dinosaurs? That's a very interesting point. That is a very interesting point. And I think it really matters that you get the casting right? That's all it comes down to. You have to get a good cast and a good story. And Star Wars, you have to do all that stuff too, but you have a guy in a mask for the most part, and the stories feel right. So that's a good thing. There's a lot there to love. So Jurassic, they have to have a good cast, and there has to be the right story to track down dinosaurs and I think if you were to do a show like that, it would work out perfectly. But with little to no dinosaurs, I think it would be okay. But I think you can do it. Yeah. Let's get a Jason Statham while we're at it. I'm gonna get a Jason Statham. I can't think of how he talks. Does he talk like this? I feel like he talks like this. Is it kind of like an Emperor Palpatine, but like a Jason Statham? Hey, I'm the transporter. Get in the back of my. Wait, does he sound like Boba Fett now? I'm Boba Fett. Get in the back of my ship. The fire spray. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why this kills me, but this is so funny to me. Because they put everything in Fortnite, but Alec Grant in Fortnite. That's so funny. That is hilarious to me. Hilarious. Oh my god. I don't think I've ever laughed as hard as that moment on these streams. Yes, Steve. Jurassic needs a Dave Filoni type, which again, it's the legacy thing. It's like Jurassic has a legacy, and people have been influenced by it for sure. And Colin himself is one of those people, and surely many people working on the project are. But I think Star Wars has that legacy that it changed people's lives. Like it impacted them and made them want to make Star Wars. So I don't know. I don't think we have that. We don't have that person outside of the community, right? Like, where is that person? It's probably somebody that exists, but we don't know, and we just don't have the story group. And unfortunately, that's the thing with Universal really overall, is they don't have the crew necessary to handle these franchises in the correct way. Hence why everybody complains about the social media and stuff like that's out there currently. There's not like a direct, hey guys, my name is Frank, and I work at Universal, and I only work on Jurassic. That person doesn't exist. Jurassic Clark. Dude, I was emotionally drained after the Boba episode. I want to feel that for Jurassic again. Yeah, I would like that. I'll be honest, I haven't ever felt that. For Jurassic. I when it comes to the films, and that's it, to the films, yes, I get hyped and excited, and it's awesome. But I have never been in that state of I don't know. It's just like the edge, the anticipation, sitting on the edge of your seat. Literally watching this show today, my mouth was dropped the entire time. No joke. The entire time. Literally saying, how is this possible? How did they do this? Happy tears 5 times in the episode. They didn't. They did. They did it. How? They did it. So I'm assuming you're talking about Endgame. I'm guessing. I have no idea if that's the one or not, but I would have too. I don't know if I've ever cried harder in a movie theater. And it wasn't sad. It was the best thing I've ever seen. Oh, I mean, this is easy. Yeah, of course you'll be like that. That will 100% when they show up on screen. It'll be I think it'll be a fairly similar moment. Maybe. No, I don't think it. Actually, I'm changing my mind. I don't think it's going to be the same because we're going to see it, and we're going to have seen it, and we're going to see it time and time and time and time and time again. We're going to see it 5,000 times between Super Bowl probably and June 10th. So I don't think that's going to be the same. I can't imagine my feeling of seeing Grant and Ellie return will make me feel like, like I saw blank, blank, blank from Boba Fett, or blank, blank from Ghostbusters, or blank and blank from Spider-Man. I don't think it will. I think that with Universal's marketing tactics, it'll be out there, and they want you to know that these three are in the movie. So I just don't feel like it'll have that impact, unfortunately. And you also bring up there's a lack of emotional weight in the world part of the saga. That's an interesting point. But what about the park part of the saga, Jurassic Park? Tell me the emotional beats, like the emotional hits where things wrecked you. I want to talk about that. What wrecks you, like emotionally, from the first three? Yeah, and I enjoyed that show for what it was at the time. I maybe I would not if I watched it right now. I don't remember, but yeah, that was a long time ago. Things have certainly changed when it comes to that kind of thing. And I've been trying to say it, but nobody hears me. So tell someone for me, on my behalf. You did. He did. That was it. I was done. If you can make what they made 4 Marvel shows, if you can make 3 Star Wars series so far, if you can do Lord of the Rings, what are those, $10 million each or something? Game of Thrones are like 10 million, whatever. Like, Universal can afford it. They can do it. Where's the money? Like, I don't even play a Fortnite, but like I would play. I feel like I should play a Fortnite, and I'm just gonna call it a Fortnite. But I played it once or twice on my Switch, which was probably a bad move because like it was very slow, and I felt like a game matchmaking took way too long. I've been saying I need an MCU show for a long time. I just especially over this past year where we were getting so much great content, I was like, I just need to talk about Marvel like constantly. Yeah. John Hammond. Yes, story about the flea circus for sure. Hit your heart. The first thing I thought of was John Hammond at the very end of the movie, like looking like he's got the cane in his hand, he's just staring, and then that moment where like Grant puts his hand on his shoulder and he's like, it snaps him out of it. Like that wrecks you. Like that wrecks you for sure. That's a big one. Seeing the InGen logo. There you go. Look, I mean, if dinosaurs are too expensive, they can just make a show with Brads. Do it. And they could each have individual, like their own identity, their own voice, if you wanted them to. Unique voices that might sound like characters from other things, you know? Siaka. Why you guys gotta break me? Got Jurassic Souls breaking me with comedy. And then Siaka hurting me, making me want to cry again today for a second time due to Star Wars. Hey, go watch it. Just turn on TNT right now. Guaranteed Star Wars is on. For sure. It's either that or that other cut of The Lost World. There's one of the two. Okay? Just go watch it, man. Yes, they could. They could. They absolutely could. And I think, seriously, what year was it that Endgame came out? Was it 2018 or 19 maybe? I think that was the time where I'm like, all right, let's accept it and let's do it. Let's like just fully embrace the fan service. And I think that you could do that with this franchise. And as far as what we can tell from Dominion, it seems like they might be. It seems like they are. You know, what are some things that fans want from this franchise? And what is one thing that people wanted from the Star Wars franchise? They're like, hey, I want to see Luke, Leia, and Han together. That's what I want from these sequels from Star Wars. And they didn't give it to them. But that could happen here. We could have that, and it sounds like it's going to happen. Also, what is another thing that people are like? Hey, I want raptors to be scary again. Make raptors scary again. Sorry. So I'm mad. I'm mad now. But they seems like they're gonna do it. They're gonna make them scary, again. But it's a thing. So I think that if they embrace the fan service, it could work. It could work. I remember how many times I said that I wanted to see the T-Rex die. Yeah, you could embrace it. You could. That would crush me. You want to talk about crushing me? That's it. Right there. There you go. But fan service, it's hard because like at this point you're like, well, what are you going to do within this story? That fully embraces the fan service. And like we kind of were talking about before with the comparisons to Star Wars. I'm sorry, Zach, I'm going to talk about it again. The availability is there to embrace the open world, the livelihood of this galaxy and everything that it's, that it had to offer. Jurassic, if you're going to embrace the fan service of it all, you just burned it all. You just burned it to the ground. So I don't know what you got left. What do you got left? It's burned. I think Camp Cretaceous did a pretty good job of it. When it came to like season 3, I think they did a pretty great job. Certainly that show could be embracing uh the fan service a little bit more, but I think fan service is kind of hard when it comes to Jurassic. It might be a little difficult. But I think they're doing, as far as those things that I brought up already. It's like it seems like they're trying to at least embrace fan service a little bit. Yeah. Just start this MCU channel ASAP to fill in the gap until Frank learns about the live action show Colin is working on. If we scream it loud enough, maybe he'll know that it maybe exists. But yeah, I don't know. It's like, do we start the fan service this late in the game? The MCU has been going for so long now. It's a good question. It would serve zero purpose to the plot, probably, but if the OG trio visited Hammond's memorial/grave and reflected on his dream and everything, that would break me. Yeah, that would be interesting. Fan service. Let's talk about fan service again. Flashbacks. That's the only way you can really do it in Jurassic now. It's really difficult, I think, like we said, in the future, in the ongoing timeline, to really get a ton of fan service in there. But I think when it comes to flashbacks, you could go crazy. You could go wild. You could make John Hammond again. I don't know if they'll go that route. You could have people be alive or younger or whatever, the case may be. I don't know that this is the franchise for that. But I think if we were to see parts of Jurassic Park from different angles, like I've said a million times, if we were to see stuff like that, that would be the fan service that I am looking for. So yeah. And yes, Triceratops will be scary. It seems like they will be. You could argue that No Way Home was pitched as fan service first, and then the plot was written to justify that. You could do the same with JP, right? Like I said, I don't know. I don't really, off the top of my head, I can't really think of a lot of fan servicey ideas that would really justify that. And I see that you brought up the Spino Rex rematch. Yikes. But I think, like I've brought up about the revisiting the Barbasol can business with Nedry and Dr. Wu. If you got a de-aged, BD Wong in there with, also a de-aged or whatever, Dennis Nedry, and then you could really, the fan service would be there. You get, that is like, if you're talking about fan service, the number one thing is the Barbasol can, right? That is the thing that everybody wants. That has to be, if you put up a list of 100 things in Jurassic, that would be the thing. That has to be the thing. Is revisiting that Barbasol can, getting a story out of that moment in time, and I think the potential is there, a very high chance. So, yeah, that's for sure. A lot of characters could come back. If Sarah Harding just like comes through a portal and is like, "I'm here. I was just in Africa studying lions, but now I'm in your living room." That would be great. I would love that. Speaking of living rooms, if Paul Kirby and Amanda Kirby were there, like in their living room, watching this news of dinosaurs outbreaking, I would lose it. That would be amazing. I'm not crying, but I would lose it. That would be great. Yeah, a lot of Jurassic Park the game talk about like making that into a TV series or pull some stuff from that. Um, yeah, yeah. See that? I mean, that would be cool. That would be pretty cool, and that would be their like. How many options do Jurassic fans have for them to pull from? Right? I mean, we have the novels. The novels are our source, right? So when you know, in Dominion, when Alan Grant takes dinosaur eggs and injects the serum into the dinosaur eggs, throws them at the Atrociraptors to kill the Atrociraptors, I will lose it. I would lose it. That would be amazing. That is what I need from like a move for fan service. You know, like fan service, I think for us is dipping back into the books. Maybe going to Jurassic Park the game. Trespasser, like stuff like that I don't necessarily feel like they will, but like there's not a lot of options. There's a handful of things. I just thought I saw a cat in here, but there's definitely not. That's besides the point. Maybe we've been going very long. Hello, folks. It's very, very late. Ties in nicely to what I was just saying. Oh my God, yes, 100%. If Kelly just shows up doing gymnastics, amazing. I would. That's it. That's it. I'm leaving the theater on a good note, and I'm like, I saw the movie, and it's 5 minutes into this movie. That's all I needed. That is all I needed. Back to the books. See, that's the best part about these book clubs that we've been doing, and my number one goal with the book club is to like look at what hasn't been used. I did that with Jurassic Park book club, and now with Lost World book club, which the next episode's coming up in 2 weeks. So read that third iteration of configuration. I can never get that word right on the first try. Third configuration, stopping at the fifth configuration. I'm sure there's some tidbits in there that could be used, especially with this book. It's like, seems like it could be a gold mine of things to like mine. Why did I say that twice? Ooh, oh, my friend just texted me a picture of his living room. Speaking of living rooms, and he's got he's going to be watching Boba Fett. So that is very exciting. Yes, I'm going to text him yes. I've already watched it 3 times today. More games / novel adaptations. Been saying it for 10 years. Carl? Too darn late. Afraid you're just too darn late. And that was a callback to Back to the Future. It's been a long time. Look, why is my coloring so messed up? It's because I moved my light. Like me and Aaron were talking about, if those pictures of DeWanda Wise and Chris Pratt are biomes, that's a fun thing that I will, that would be hilarious if I go to see this movie and like, if it turns out to be a biome, I'm going to be like, yeah, woo, check that out. Sorry. It's biome. Shh. So it's from Camp Cretaceous. Did you not? Sorry. It's biome. So yeah, that would be me. That is me. I just did that. It's real. But yeah. All hail the book club. The Lost World literally could still be its own film. Yeah, that's true. That is really true. It could just be its own thing. Yeah, I definitely just punched little Timmy in front of me here at the theater right in the face. Sorry, Timmy. But I was excited about Camp Cretaceous biomes being in Jurassic World Dominion. Yeah. Dinosaur control trips. Yes. In those Atrociraptors. That would be great. And sorry, Atrociraptors, here comes a poison egg. If it's a biome, I'm quitting the show. Hey, just in time, we've got a little Marvel show coming up for you. Yeah. I don't know. It's going to be wild. I am very excited for the marketing and stuff to kick off very, very soon. We've gotten a little bit here with these what do you call it? Olympic commercials and stuff like that. So I'm very excited to see what happens here going into Dominion. What kind of movie is this going to be? What's it going to look like? What kind of things can we look forward to from the books? How sick are we going to be of seeing the original trio by the time the movie actually comes out? Oh my gosh, is the Olympics tomorrow? Is that already happened? No, there won't be a trailer. I don't think there's going to be a trailer tomorrow, but maybe. I don't think so, though. But yeah, I don't know. I gotta watch the Olympics. You know what bugs me about the Olympics is when the Olympics come out, it's like, hey, the Olympics are coming up. I'm gonna flip through the stations. I was on Hulu, started watching. I was like, oh look, there's like some snowboarding trials. So I'm gonna watch some snowboarding trials. I start watching them. I'm like, yeah, guy, yeah, good job, nice jump. Wait a second, this says 2018. And then I'm like, I'm sick of the Olympics at that point. But Aaron has to go, and I think we've run our course here. So please, everybody, please, for this week, if you could do us a favor, Aaron's leaving. So let's say goodbye, Aaron. And we'll talk real quick here about, where is it? How do I get the thing up there? There it is. The Jurassic Wire this week. Go download the show. It's 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours. That's a lot. I think it's like that. I think it's maybe even more of Jurassic content for you. We talked about Jurassic World Dominion, a lot of stuff that we talked about here tonight. We also talked about the Hammond Collection, Beyond the Gates, Olympic commercials, Evolution 2, all kinds of different dinosaur games, Primal Ops, not being canon. We didn't talk about canon, but we talked about a lot of stuff. It's a very long episode, so please go check that out. Go to JurassicParkPodcast.com. You can find the episode right up there. And this live stream that is happening right now is in there as well, because I only posted this just before we started. But yes, that is for the episode this week. I'm not sure what's going to happen next week. Did not get around to recording the mailbag, which I promoted at the beginning of the episode. So by the time I recorded that, I already missed my opportunity to record the mailbag, and I didn't realize it. So here's the thing. I was supposed to record the mailbag over the weekend and completely forgot. And I'm sorry. So maybe no mailbag this week. No, definitely not. I don't think Jen's going to be doing it from Disney World. So that's a problem. But maybe something else. If we have some other content, we'll put it out there. Maybe this. Maybe we should just drop this. Do you think people would care? No, probably. They probably would not like it. But anyway, please, like I said, go to JurassicParkPodcast.com. Follow us over on Twitter at Jurassic Park Pod, Jurassic Park Podcast over on Instagram. Who cares about Facebook? And of course, Jurassic Park Podcast on TikTok, I guess. I haven't done a lot over there recently. But, of course, we're available on a lot of platforms. We're on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. You can follow us here on YouTube and Amazon Music and Audible. So many places. No, probably no other ones. Overcast. Am I missing anything? No, we're good. But yeah, and of course, follow me at Brad Jost over on Twitter. Thank you so much for watching this week. It's been fun. That was a fun one. That was fun. Yeah. All right. Well, that's about it. So thank you so much, everybody. Have a good night. Stay safe. Stay kind. And of course, enjoy.